How's everyone going? Mask here, and today I want to showcase one of the sweatiest, slimiest decks I think exist, especially after this Pegasus event. And honestly, we're going to give the deck a try, see how it feels, see if the meta does have answers right now to counter it. But as you can see, I have the deck up on the side. It is triple Relinquished, triple Sonic, triple Senju, triple Kuriboh, triple Thunder Dragon, and of course there's 3 cards to summon Relinquished with as well. And then what's the only way to really polish that deck off? Interdimensional Matter Transporter. This deck is honestly, it's disgusting. It is really like, it almost upsets me just from playing it, but it doesn't matter. I want to give this deck some good trials. A lot of people would take one look at it and say it's gonna be the most ridiculously OP deck out there, considering Relinquished was already so top tier. And it's taken to answer a lot of questions. Is 3 Relinquished viable, or are the decks still better off with 2 Relinquished, so we can tech in 2 more cards to support him? We're gonna find out. We opened up with 1 Thunder Dragon, which is perfect. You don't get 2 or none, which are both worse. We'll get to do our switcheroo draw a card. This is turn 1. We don't actually have the ability to summon Relinquished yet, so there's something to be said about that. I lied. I mean, it's damn hard not to open up with the ability to summon Relinquished with this deck. I honestly kind of just want to end my turn, but I think I'm going to just get the card draw with the Sonic Bird. The one thing about that is it immediately tells the opponent that we are running a Relinquished deck. But honestly, oh well. We have 3 things to look out for. Obviously, we have no spell removal. Skull Layers will immediately shut this deck right down. But with two back row, we got 1 in the front there. That's not what we wanted to see. But the cool thing about pulling Sonic Bird at this point is we can now switcheroo our Relinquished summoning spells back into the deck and re-pull them out with the Sonic Bird. So it makes our switcheroo skill once again draw a card. We're already halfway through the deck. Our second turn. And at this point, I mean, we just go for it. Even if he's got Magic Drain, we got spares. That's the cool thing about running extra. You know what? Even if we don't run, if we don't find it viable to run triple Relinquished, oh, I should have used Thunder Dragon there actually. That was dumb. Because this deck is not running, because this version of the Relinquished deck is not running. I probably should have been a defense mode Relinquished as well. It's not running the card to bring your ritual monster back from the dead. You have no need for Thunder Dragon. You can't really make the tribute your Relinquished play with the Thunder Dragon now. But here's turn 2. Are both these attacks going to make it through? Woo. 1200 already. Ritual Contract of the Rights. I can't remember the name of the bloody card. But always use your Thunder Dragon as material to summon Relinquished from your hand, especially if you have the option to. Just because there is no need to really tribute summon Thunder Dragon ever with this deck. Whoa. Whoa. We have a set card. Oh boy, do I ever want to be able to draw Relinquish this turn. Oh, Senju. I could too if I just had the space. I think I might actually tribute Thunder Dragon over Relinquished, but nah, it's not. We can definitely put him in. Oh no, wait. I forgot about this part of Relinquished. Well, what do you know? Is it going to go through? Good game, buddy. I always forget about the Suicide Relinquished for the win ability. We haven't played a whole ton of Relinquished. It was never my favorite deck type to play. But so far, that's 1-0. 1-0 with this as slimy as it gets. Honestly, I don't think you're going to get too many games playing this deck where you're not able to summon Relinquished on turn 2, which is disgusting. It's got to be one of the, it's definitely the sweatiest Relinquished deck you can put together. And the only real difference is we are missing 2 support cards instead, giving us the ability to summon Relinquished a 3rd time. We have no way to remove Harpy's Hunting Ground in the whole deck. That's one thing to take note of. Activates. Actually, I guess you would switcheroo the Thunder Dragon and just pray that you don't draw 1 back. Alright, alright. Now that we have Relinquished in hand, there are 6 cards left in our deck that can get us the spell to summon Relinquished. So we're already almost at a 50% chance at drawing the rest of our Relinquished summoning set. Most likely going to get attacked by a Sonic Duck here. Birdface, that as well. At least, yeah, she has face-up monster on the field now. And she didn't put anything else down, although Karibo is likely. That almost 50% chance failed us, though. We do get to do, because we open up with 2 Thunder Dragons, you get to switch through the second one back in this turn, and also get a, wow, we got, well, deck thinning is deck winning. We now have better than a 50% chance to draw the ability to summon Relinquish next turn, but we'll have to see. Should have defense moded Senju. Not crazy worried about it. Amount of life points that won't be too crucial to us. We did not. Still, we got even more. Now it keeps going though. But we'll be able to pull the 3rd Relinquished out, and now he knows, or she knows, we're running triple Relinquished at this point too, which is just slimy. But 3, I guess I don't want to set INT because she's just gonna pop it. We're gonna discard a Thunder Dragon. We definitely don't need 2. At this point, she wishes whatever this card was, she's summoned in attack mode. She should just be going ham with it. Exactly. I mean, I guess the clear's good. Nope, doesn't summon another monster. Otherwise, this would have been lethal. Interesting. Wonder what she has in hand. Battle phase. Not going to attack. Alright, we got 6 of our 9 cards left in the deck. Honestly, one of the worst ways you could possibly draw this deck. What is going on? Give me the ability to summon Relinquished. We've almost drawn through our entire deck, it feels like. The best, I think, ideally, we would get a Sonic Bird here. So I would also be able to summon something alongside the Relinquished. Left in our deck is three Sonics, 3 summoning cards, 1 interdimensional matter transporter. But here we go, 1600, which is even better. We'll grab the glossy. We're gonna get to summon out Relinquish this turn. She's got nothing on field to counter the summon. We'll tribute the Thunder Dragon because we want to keep Karibo in hand to make a play with. And we are going to have 1 interdimensional matter transporter on the field, which is great. The really cool thing about this is we're stealing the Birdface, so we are bypassing the Birdface's ability as well. She won't get to pull out a Harpy with it. And let's just check this out. Obviously, Sphere Karibo. I mean, of all the things she could possibly have in her hand, Sphere Karibo definitely needs to be one of them at this point. If she has 2 Sphere Karibos, that play made sense. Now, typically, what I would have done is I would have let Relinquished attack and then hit him with Sonic Bird, because you want to leave that Relinquished in attack mode. Set yourself up to be able to do insane amounts of damage to me if you are able to get the attack through. Targets the face down. See, now it's debatable. It's debatable. It was a pretty good guess that it was an interdimensional matter transporter, though. And she's gonna always assume I have a Karibo. Actually, she would have known I had a Karibo. This is probably going to be game, though. Actually, no, because I can Unless she has 2 Elegant Egotists, which makes sense because she had nothing she could play. She has to. Oh, is it a Wild Tornado? Nope, she would have done it. Oh, maybe. No, it was Wild Tornado. Okay, well, honestly, we drew this deck so slowly. It took us literally forever to we drew down to 9 cards where we had the ability to summon Relinquished. So I mean, clearly that's not going to happen to you many games. That is drawing a deck pretty flat. But even against that, and it's arguably Harpy's Hunting Ground is arguably one of the bigger counters to Relinquished, that still felt pretty strong. Maximilian Pegasus, what you got for us today, buddy? Mind Scan's not going to help you out too much this duel. I'm sorry to break that to you. Alright, we open up with the ability to summon Relinquish turn 1. That's what we're used to. We even have a Karibo, which is really good. I don't know if I want to go super ham for it, turn 1. We have so many Relinquish though that you just can. You can afford to with this deck. We'll play the Sonic. Get the card draw. I might pass this turn on summoning Relinquished. I'm not 100% sure yet. Nah, let's go for it. We got 2 Karibos. We'll still have attack support to back him up with. But we'll do the right move and we'll put Relinquish in defense. That's what we'll do this turn. Double cost and whew. Now, yeah, I'd basically just go for the attack. Man, on turn 1 Relinquished, that is kind of gross. Even if you tech in, and I mean tech in hard to counter Relinquished, how often are you going to open up turn 1, and how often can you afford to tech in that hard just for Relinquished with all the other decks that are running around the meta right now? Well, we don't have the ability to summon him a second time yet, but I think at this point we will switcheroo one of these. We definitely don't need 2 spells. Obviously, the advantage to having 2 in your hand at any given time is it allows you to summon Relinquished through Magic Drain. I think at this point we're probably going to summon a new Relinquish before we make any use of this one. I'm going to go ahead and tribute over it with Thunder Dragon. Yeah. We're not going to get any support. We're not going to draw into any support out of this deck soon enough to make it worth it. To make it worth holding on to that Relinquish. We either enemy controllers this Thunder Dragon here, or we win the game. Half shut. Not bad. He's going to have 400 HP left. The only advantage to having a Relinquished at 0 HP is, of course, the suicide factor. Which, if he summons a monster now bigger than... Nope, okay, 1750. Prismatic Jerry Beans, man. That is next level. Fortunately, we were running 3 Spear Bolas. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it just... Ugh, it's slimy. Do we... Yeah, I think we'll Sonic Bird. Deck thin a little. Then go for the Thunder Dragon switcheroo. Or wait a second, we can't Thunder Dragon switcheroo because we have one in the graveyard and one on the field. We'll just switcheroo one of these field spells. Or one of these ritual spells. Did we get our second to time? Aw, too bad. If we had done that to start... Oh no, I guess it was Sonic Bird that pulled out the second one, so we didn't really have that much of a choice. I guess already having 2 though, we knew we didn't need the second one. We could have done the switcheroo on the 1 field spell, knowing we could possibly draw into another one if we needed it. I guess we wouldn't be able to summon Relinquished anyway, so it doesn't matter. We deck thin before you do your switcheroo. It's always the best idea. So we're 2-1. I think so far so good. This deck's it's doing a lot better than I hoped it was. To be honest with you, I really hope this is this the meta right now? Have you guys been playing a ton of ranked? I've been focusing on the Pegasus event. Are you basically just running into Relinquish in every single deck in PvP right now? I guess since we haven't run into a Relinquish, that's kind of an answer. I know we're not at the currently at the highest rank where you actually get a good example of what the meta feels like, but ugh, too much Relinquished. So much Relinquished.
Duel.
That's a lot of Relinquished. What kind of opening hand is this? Yo, I'm digging this in-game music though.
I draw. I draw.
I don't even know what to do. I guess we switcheroo one of the Relinquished, obviously. And pray for it right back. You gotta love when that happens. Okay, but we come against our counter again, and we dead draw the deck so hard. This is about as bad as it can be. Like, I mean, you could be running 3 OTCs. If you flip this deck around, this could have been a triple OTC. We only drew support cards in our opening hand. I mean, even the Thunder Dragon's technically just a support card here. At least we get to do the Thunder Dragon draw a card switcheroo right now. This is our last switcheroo of the game, and we get another Sphere Karibo. Well, that's pretty much that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know what we're gonna discard. Probably a Karibo. I don't want to set the I probably should have discarded one Relinquish though, to be honest. The Karibo we should have held on to. We'll see. We're gonna see, yeah, see, and that's why I didn't want to set the Interdimensional Matter Transporter, because I knew Harpy Lady 3, or we're obviously gonna get a Harpy Lady. Twister, cool. That's good that Twister's gone. That counters Relinquish pretty hard. He knows we have a Sphere Karibo. I didn't manage to get my hand on that toggle quick enough. And these 50% chances are just failing us. We had over a 50% chance to pull it again, and we got nothing. I don't want to set it yet, because I still don't even want to use it. That's the problem. Ladybug? Yep. Are we going to be forced into using our Karibo here? Or will she somehow not summon a monster? The thing is, if she has another Harpy in hand, she has to make the choice. She does. So she had to make the choice between summoning it and having to kill her own card, which she's going to do. Okay. Windstorm. All right. Now that's actually no. We're definitely fried now. See, if only I held on to that second Karibo, maybe we could have held in here. But I want to say this is a absolute. Our two losses are extreme misrepresentations of this deck, because it. Yeah, no, and honestly, if we hadn't discarded our Karibo, we could have Karibo'd both of these, lived this turn, and potentially summoned Relinquished into a un-Harpy's hunting grounded field. Taken the sister and just wrecked havoc, as well as having IMT down as support. I really wish I didn't mess up and discard that Karibo. We could have had a really good show between this deck and that Harpy deck. I mean, that was, as far as we could tell, that was a pretty well put together Harpy deck. That's pretty mainstream. We got time for at least one more game here. Let's jump back in. Hopefully we can end this one on a win. Honestly, as much as I want this deck, as much as I want to win myself, every game this deck loses, I almost feel good, because I don't want this to be the meta still, or even be even more the meta now that we have access to 3 Relinquished.
Duel.
Right away, I guess we'll go ahead and actually, you know what? I wanna pull the Relinquished out before we switcheroo. Deck thinning is deck winning. Opening hand double Thunder Dragon for the 2nd game in a row. One of the most unfortunate. Wow. One of the more unfortunate ways you can pull stuff. I'm trying to debate whether or not I wanted to. Yeah, probably. I guess we should have pulled the Thunder Dragon. No, but then you risk drawing it naturally in your next draw phase. That's exactly how I would have done it. Just unlucky again. Switcheroo back to Thunder Dragon. Just sets a card. I wonder. IMT. We can't summon Relinquished yet, but we can summon another Senju. Thin that deck out, leaving us at exactly, once again, a 50% chance at drawing the card to summon Relinquished for the second game in a row. Apple? Nope. Wow. Scared to summon a monster, perhaps? Oh no, Destiny draw. I wonder if this is the Wonder Balloon discard? Soul Exchange. Okay, Jester. Sacrifice for the Spellcaster. Dark Magician! Yo, that's sweet. Dark Magic attack, maybe? I wonder. Not that it doesn't do anything for him at the moment, but... Neo the Magic Swordsman, that's the name I could not remember from one of the videos we recorded earlier. I was stuck. Ah, target one monster and destroy it. I feel like that was sort of a waste, but he couldn't do a battle phase anyway because of Soul Exchange, that's why. Wow. 2 games in a row. We can't summon Relinquished. It's come turn 5. Honestly, this deck should just not do that. That should not be a thing. I think I'll take the hit from the 1700 and deflect the 2500 with a Karibo. Because we could take another hit from 1700. There it is. And now we get the Dark Magician. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set IMT. Pop a Relinquish out. Sacrifice that Thunder Dragon. Hopefully we don't get magic drained here, but it feels like we are about to. Nope. Okay. Overwhelm! No! And IMT wasn't ready! We would have lost if I popped it though. Well, I think that pretty much does it. And he just set that Overwhelm as well. So obviously, we're seeing cards that do counter Relinquish in a couple decks now. Like Overwhelm. We haven't run into a Magic Drain, but I have a feeling we would run into a bunch if we were playing a little higher up. Karibo, maybe not. You know what? I don't want to end on a loss. I really don't. But I think we got time for one more game. Let's go again. Can we get another win on this absolute slime ball Relinquished deck? I think we're pretty close to 50% now, if not under actually. I think we went win loss loss. So this would bring us back to 50% if we win this one. But I mean, like, we've had some crazy bad luck with drawing. Cycling through 50% of your deck, you should almost be able to guarantee you're pulling one of a 6-card cluster for out of your first. That should be basically a game-to-game thing. And you can only try to balance your deck out so much. There's always the RNG to drawing it. But even here, I mean, I guess we don't need to summon Relinquish this turn, so it's not really crucial, but I really hope we pull a Senju or a Relinquish next draw. I'm not gonna switcheroo this turn. So we'll have to just wait and see what we draw next turn before we pop that switcheroo. Joey Wheeler, Burning Land. Okay. So this is a Joey. No, what? Joey Burn? Last Gamble, Joey Burn. That's what this is. So the Relinquished is not going to be useful to us against the Last Gamble, Joey Burn. That's the only thing that makes sense to me for having Burning Land in there. We'll have to see what we get with the switcheroo. I'm hoping it's a Senju at the very least. IMT. Probably not going to be very useful to us anyhow. Oh man, I feel like the RNG is just, we're just dialed back so hard right now. It's the unluckiest way you could draw any of these decks. I want to really, really push here, so I'm going to go ahead and tribute out a Thunder Dragon. Just adds 200 damage that we have available to us. Definitely a little stronger than Sonic Bird as well. We should have set one interdimensional ladder transporter, but that's no big deal. We got one Kribo up. Shouldn't make much of a difference. He has to make it to turn 5, so it's not this turn. It is his next turn that he can pop Last Gamble on. So as long as we can beat him this turn, we have it. Burning Land will puts us within lethal with our Thunder Dragon alone. So there's that. Couple of Ace. Ooh. If he gets lucky enough, he could go for the kill. Now, there it is. So now we really need the Mina method of summoning Relinquished, because that is, there it is. That right there is most likely Big Shield Guard now. We will switcheroo. I think I'll switcheroo an interdimensional matter transporter back into the deck. Or maybe... No, I can't see us using more than one at this point. And ideally we want one other monster that we could actually summon to attack with. There we go. Sonic Bird. And Sonic Bird will still be lethal. So we'll put our Thunder Dragon in defense. Oh, we shouldn't. Do you think it's a Windstorm or do you think it's an Econ? No, I'm not playing around a Windstorm. I hate doing that. I feel like he would have Windstormed last turn if he had the option. Big Shield Garna. Maybe not though, because he knows that that amount of life points did not matter. That's why he probably wouldn't have done it last turn. A Mirror Wall, that's game. Good game. My favorite way to win. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, he's got to draw first. Don't stall this on me, man. There it is. Oh. Definitely Last Gamble, Joy Burn. Now that deck falls pretty flat against a lot of people, though. I guess if you have enough Big Shield Gardenas to hold the field, though, for those first 5 turns, you're probably laughing. That still took us I guess it was our second turn. Was it our second turn we had Relinquished? Yeah. But that's the crazy thing about this deck. On your second turn, most games, you're going to have the ability to summon Relinquished. But overall, I think this actually played a lot better than I thought it was going to. We didn't run into enough Relinquished counter, though, but I think you probably will if you really try to push with this deck. It's debatable. Like you're gonna get Relinquished right away, more consistently. But this gives us less options to tech in ways to support your Relinquish. So you have a little bit less support, but a little more reliable initial summoning. So it's kind of a toss-up. But it does feel insanely strong, and it's going to absolutely destroy a handful of deck types. unless they are hard teching in things to counter Relinquished and drawing into them as well. But yeah, no, this is going to be, I want to say this is our second segment of a ranked PvP deck highlights. There's going to be lots more to come, guys, but thanks for checking it out. If you guys have any suggestions on decks I should highlight or decks that you might want highlight, let me know in the comments down below. Come check us out on stream, twitch.tv/MasKScarin. That's where I take most of our deck submissions and I get our ideas from. And yeah, if this deck was from one of you guys, you would have gotten a huge shout out and basically had been featured in this YouTube video. So if you want that to happen, come check us out on stream and find out how. But that's everything for today, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for hanging out. Subscribe, smash that subscribe button, and of course, stay classy.